Y'all ready?
Yep.
Welcome to the Food Scientist Podcast, episode number 157. That's right. We have the new key lime pie M&Ms today. We also we're having a lot of garlic. We have buttered garlic scallop Lay's potato chips from Thailand. Little Farm garlic crispy bread chip things, and we'll see how they line up against just plain old American old Dutch crunch Parmesan and garlic kettle chips. And then Brian, are you ready to dance with the devil?
I am ready to dance with the devil and just like get my snack cake on.
Yeah, devil dogs and devil creams. Drake versus Debbie, both from McKee Food. So is there even any difference? I don't know, but I bet we have a fascinating Is It Bite Size?
Oh, might we? I don't know. I guess I could try. It is pie.
It won't be weird at all.
Something.
Right.
That's true. It is Pie Day, and we have no pie.
Live, happy Pie Day. Happy Bri Pie Day.
Happy Bri.
After last year, last year, if you remember this podcast, Brian and I had 10 French silk pies that we had to cope with. So I still have.
Get them.
Yeah. So we're still coping with that. And so I'm not doing pie this year because I feel like that was pie for a lifetime.
Hi, everybody, by the way.
Yes, and hello, Danette, Heather, and Pops. Good to see y'all. And how dare you, Daniel, to say that was enough pie?
Is there anything as enough pie?
I mean, like, as a pie day, it was enough pie for Pie Day.
Hi, Sabrina. For last year, that was enough. Like 10 pies was plenty for one day. Yeah, I'll give you that. But that's not like saying for Pie Day going forward, we're done.
It was, I just feel like, last year was 10 pies. The year before, we had pie and booze with Sarah of Sarah's Tipsy Pie. We made drunken pie shakes. So
that was a really good day. And it got better as it went on, too.
That was a good day. Yeah. And so, like, maybe this year it's for the best that we just chill.
And for the podcast, we're not doing anything Pie Day related since it's not going to be released until tomorrow. People would be like, why are they talking about Pie Day? That's over. So,
yeah. Also, so much pie. Should we do a podcast?
We're getting the international signal for pause.
Exactly.
It's like whenever you are speaking in sign language and want to use a comma, you do this because it's the pause. I think I might be not clear on sign language. We're getting a question actually. Do we like apple turnovers? Yeah, I would rather have like apple crisp, but
you're making Amy's editing life super hard in the future. But that's okay. My sister asked a great question too.
And I love streusel.
Does a pizza pie does pizza count as pizza pie?
Because a lot of pizza places have Pie Day specials, I'm going to say yes.
That's true.
Okay.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
Amy, we're pausing.
I know. We've been pausing for several minutes now. This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Danny Sussman.
Hello, host Amy Zajac. Brian Pierce will be introduced momentarily, and all of our happy
Danny,
listeners.
That was quite a pause that you had there before your name was dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah. I am nothing if not dramatic.
Yes, that. I'm just going to leave it at that.
We will have news and experiences. Then we've got the new M&Ms. We're not sure we're going to like them. They're key lime pie.
Key lime pie M&Ms.
3 kinds of garlicky potato chips. Well, one of them might not be a chip. We'll see. And one of them has seafood too. So
not potato, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
very excited for the butter garlic scallop ties.
Yeah.
Better Thai Lays. I can't even say it. Ooh, this is going to be an episode, everyone. Strap in.
And then
what's last, Amy?
Snack cakes. 2 kinds of devilish snack cakes. Drake's Devil Dogs and Little Debbie Devil Cream. Devil Cream.
Yeah.
I can't speak apparently. And I'm trying to talk louder because people can't hear me.
So should we just head into news then?
With that, we got news. Shall we get the bad news over first?
Yes. Rip that Band-Aid off.
You know, we've tried.
Is there such thing as bad news?
Yes.
Yes.
We've tried several of these Heinz condiment mashups, and they're coming out with more. They have a chili. I mean, who puts ketchup in chili? What's this? And Buffa Ranch.
Who even knew that chili was?
I mean, it's just spicy.
Buffa Ranch is really weird to me.
Like, I don't want ketchup in the first place.
And
you make it spicy. No, thank you, sir. Or madam, as the case may be.
The Buffa Ranch is weird too, because I would have thought it would have been Buffa blue cheese.
Yes, that'd be better, right?
Oh.
And yeah, these all confuse me. The other one is if I was going to combine buffalo with any of the sauces, even ones that have appeared in their little mashup thing. There's a place I sometimes go that has buffyaki wings, which is buffalo and teriyaki. Like as a marinade, that gives you like a little spicy teriyaki.
Okay, I'm going to shock you and say that I do kind of like teriyaki, so maybe that one wouldn't be awful, depending on the buffalo level.
Yeah, you know, buffalo is spicy, Brian.
Yeah, but it isn't the spiciest thing out there. I can handle a little spice. But yeah, otherwise.
Right. Just a baby spice.
Yes. I don't like that scary spice out there, the really spicy stuff.
No. Brian just is into the baby spice.
Hey, for those on video, my camera's about to blank out because I'm trying to fix the microphone since it's muffled for them.
So, anyways, I'll continue on with the news. And Pillsbury is doing something Pillsbury has never done before, which was actually surprising to me, which is that there will be Pillsbury cookies in the cookie aisle. Pillsbury is sold dough and flour, but they have soft-baked cookies that are coming out the first time that they'll be in the cookie aisle. And they're coming out with 4 flavors of them, which I thought were interesting choices too for the first shot at soft-baked cookies. Also an interesting way to enter the chemical aftertaste world, which I would only presume, but maybe they've escaped it. They didn't say in the press release that there's no chemical aftertaste, so I have to assume that they'll be on brand with every other soft cookie.
That was my first thought too. I was like, how many preservatives am I going to be filling my mouth with here? My taste buds.
So, I mean, they do meet the legal definition of cookie, so that is good. For cookie flavors, though, they're going to have chocolate chip, which we all get, confetti, and this is their description, not mine. Everything you love about a birthday cake, but in a cookie. I don't know about that.
I mean,
like if it's everything I love, how about everything I love about a birthday cake in a birthday cake? I mean, I always say this on birthday cake flavored things.
Just give me cake instead.
Like if I wanted, just
good.
give me cake.
I like cake. Give me cake.
Yeah. We'll feed you cake later, Amy. And then sugar with drizzled icing, which is a classic flavor topped with icing. So I don't really even know what that means. And then peanut butter with chocolatey drizzle, which brought me to this question. Brian, do you like chocolate chips in your peanut butter cookies?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But
did I ever
notice that you said chocolate chips, not a chocolatey drizzle?
Chocolatey. Yes, that's true.
Yes. So
do you enjoy a chocolatey drizzle?
I mean, I can. I think that there are better options. I think chocolate chip peanut butter would be a much better option.
Right. When do you enjoy a chocolatey drizzle?
Yeah, when I think chocolatey drizzle, I think of icing on it that's going to be just a little bit hard, and it's not going to meld well with the texture of the cookie.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. So
that's my thought.
So anyways, if you want to try these, they're going to be in Walmart first. You can pre-order them on walmart.com now, and then they'll be available nationwide in April. Here's the other interesting thing about them. How many cookies do you expect in a pack of cookies?
From Pillsbury, I would say probably 12.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
For $3.69. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
I don't
bad.
know. I feel like, I don't know. But then I was like, I thought about that. I'm like, is that a lot? Is that not a lot? And then I asked myself, how many cookies are in a Chips Ahoy package? And I'm like, it's surely more than 18. A pack of Oreos surely has more than 18 Oreos.
But
it also doesn't say, like, maybe these are big.
I feel like when we had the gluten-free ones, I counted, and I feel like in those limited editions, it is 18 cookies that you get. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No, it would have to be.
Anyways.
By 3, and it's definitely more than 6. So I think I am wrong on that. But
and here's my other question: how many cookies do you count as being in an Oreo? Did you count each Oreo as 2 cookies or as 1?
Oh no, 1. It's the overall.
But these are not going to be as thick.
That's like saying like a 7-layer cake. How many cakes am I eating? You're eating 1 cake.
Even though it's 7 cakes.
Right. Well.
Or it could be 1 cake that's been cut into 7 pieces and then reassembled with frosting in the middle.
When you make a 7-layer cake, are you making 7 cakes and putting no frosting on it?
No, I'm just saying that sometimes like you can bake it. Like if you did the rainbow, you'd actually bake them as 7 layers. But a lot of times it's just like bake 1 big cake, slice it into planes, and then reassemble it. So it was 1 cake, like the 3-layer cake was maybe 1 cake that was cut into 3 cakes and then put back together. And other times it's 3 actual cakes that have been assembled into 1 glorious cake. You just don't know. There's so many things out here, Brian. We just don't know the mysteries of the world.
You don't.
Is this 1 cake or 3 cakes? How did it come to be?
Yes, and we don't want to get too controversial, so we don't talk about things like that too much because we don't, want to.
No, we really try not to.
Right.
But then every now and then I go and do stuff like that. Ugh.
I say if there's cake and frosting, it's good. Doesn't matter if it was cut.
I have a question.
There's just cake and frosting. We're good.
Cake and frosting?
Yeah.
What if it's a snack cake? Is there snack cake news, Ryan?
There is snack cake news. There are.
What a segue. Boy, that sure worked out well.
And the best part about a good segue is when you stop and say, that's a good segue. That's what really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to put a point on it.
Okay. So there are both returning and new snack cakes. Cupcakes are, no, I'm wrong. Snack cakes, generic term, from Hostess. So they are bringing back the s'more cupcakes, which we had when they first came out, and they were all right. Nothing amazing, but I'm not mad that they're coming back. So that will be fun for this summer. But they're also coming out with a new Twinkie called Lemonade Stand, and the frosting or the cream filling is pink. Now it doesn't say pink lemonade, so I'm assuming that it's just lemonade flavor. I think people know how I feel and how Danny feel about citrus flavors in our desserts. I'm not excited about this one.
They have to make it pink though, because if it was
not
yellow,
at all,
it wouldn't contrast with the cake.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered, and we've talked about this on the podcast, and we've searched, and I've found the answer before, but of course don't remember today. Is there really a difference between pink lemonade and regular lemonade other than the color?
Yes. I could not tell you what, but yes, the flavor is different.
I think pink might be sweeter somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's definitely not as sour, as acidic tasting.
Interesting.
Well, I have no experiences, so I'm just going to punt to you guys again.
Well, go ahead.
Go for it, Brian. I mean, I just went to Dairy Queen. I mean, I got something I hadn't done before. I had speculated on. I see you nodding. Did you go to Dairy Queen too, Brian?
I did, and I did something I've never done before. So
oh my gosh, it's like a joint. We were together but apart.
If we were on Zoom, we could say it at the same time.
What did you do?
But go ahead, tell us what you did.
What did you do? I did something very simple. I just had the mint Oreo Blizzard of the Month, and I made it royal with hot fudge. And it was actually, it was kind of lovely. It was like a if you like Andy's candies, or like that chocolate mint thing, it really really made it a really nice chocolate mint blizzard with a little bit of crunch from the Oreo. You kind of lose the Oreos in the fudge and the mint, but I'm gonna say I kind of liked it. Not super adventurous, but I had speculated about it, and I followed science.
I think that I don't want to hate on mint, because I know there's the impression that I hate mint, and I don't. It just isn't my preference for a dessert flavor.
It's not an impression, it's a fact. It's a fact that you hate mint.
No. Opinions are
a mint hater.
No. I don't hate it, because if you give me one of those, I would eat it and I would not be mad. I wouldn't throw it back in your face.
It's a fact. What would you throw back in my face?
A hot dog blizzard.
Really? You would try that? You would have a bite?
Yeah, I'd have a bite. Then I'd spit it out and I'd throw it in your face.
Do you? I don't know. You might like it.
I might. I shouldn't.
Don't prejudge. You ate the hot dog pizza.
I am the worst. I'm prejudiced right here, guys, against hot dog blizzards. I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone.
The only situation which you don't like a hot dog.
Yeah, probably in ice cream. That's probably
it. Yeah. So, anyways, what did you have at Dairy Queen?
I had, for the first time ever, and shout out to Nora. I don't know if she's here today, but in our chat, but she was talking about the Heath Blizzard and how good it is. And I have never had a Heath Blizzard, partially because I don't love Heath candy bars. Mm-hmm. But in a blizzard, they are not bad at all.
How can you not like Heath candy bars? Toffee and chocolate?
Because they're too sticky and they get stuck in your teeth, and it just isn't
the flavor.
Yeah, no, not the flavor at all. And when they're cut up tiny enough, they weren't getting stuck in my teeth nearly as much.
Interesting.
And the flavor was really good. The texture, I don't love the texture in the candy bar, but in the blizzard, contrasted rather with the ice cream, it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I was really thinking this would be so great to make it royal with caramel.
That would be good. I might have to try that. If you want to kick it up another notch, Brian, there was, my Dairy Queen, like I own it. I mean, I have thought about approaching the owner and asking to buy it, because it's just lovely. It's like that thing where I love you so much, I have to have you. And so that's not out of the realm of possibilities, but they had for a long time the sign for the cappuccino Heath Blizzard.
Oh yes, that's right.
That was a Blizzard of the Month at one time a number of years ago, and that one is super good. So if you can get them,
I bet that's an off-menu Blizzard, because they have the product in store all the time.
Oh yeah, they can still do it.
Yeah.
Oh, they absolutely can do the cappuccino Heath Blizzard. So I would say, as one Blizzard wizard speaking from the heart to the other, cappuccino Heath Blizzard, make it royal with caramel. That sounds like a royal treatment to me.
That really does. And you can tell that the weather is getting nicer. It's warming up, because it's been way too long since we've talked about Dairy Queen, and the fact that we both had a Dairy Queen experience.
Yeah.
It just tells you. It's
the fact that we're both sitting here. We're both just sitting here and our hearts are warm. And it's all with Dairy Queen goodness. Yeah.
Amazingly, the ice cream, the frozen ice cream, warmed our hearts.
Uh-huh.
I mean, technically, even frozen, that ice cream is still warmer than my heart is naturally. So it can still have I'm so cold inside. I seem bright, but I'm really dead inside. And so the ice cream actually does warm my heart.
Okay, on that note.
Amy, actually, I'm sorry. Could I just share a health tip?
Oh, sure.
Okay. So this is something I shared with some coworkers, and
are you going to tell me how to warm my heart, Brian?
Yeah, this is going. This is going to warm your mind. with what I'm going to tell you. So, there's the impression that we only eat, unhealthy foods here. And I just wanted to share something that I was, talking to some coworkers about that I was like, oh, this is a really good idea that I should share here. So, the gluten-free lifestyle is, it has its pros and cons, but it's pretty healthy. And Oreo just came out with gluten-free Oreos a couple of months ago, and we talked about them on the show. And I had the great idea, take the gluten-free Oreos and, make a sandwich, because it is a sandwich cookie, out of another healthy product, gluten-free Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So when you buy the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, you get 2 of them. So just put a gluten-free Oreo in the middle. You have a nice, healthy snack. Doesn't that sound delightful?
It does.
Yeah.
My mind is so warm. I might, yeah.
Yeah. Our mind.
I can actually feel my mind warming.
Yes.
I have a little fan now. My little fan to this. My mind is so hot.
Well, I think we're all about to chill out, because I don't know that we're gonna love key lime pie M&Ms, but we're gonna try them because they're green
and new.
I will say though, the green M&M is absolutely living a life of leisure on here.
Oh yeah,
and I do appreciate that.
Well, I think
love key lime pie.
Yeah, we all know the urban legends about the green M&Ms, and look it up if you don't know. But
yeah, and this absolutely has the souvenir hat from afterwards.
And they're bigger and rounder and rollier, and some just fell on the floor for me. So.
They smell like.
Interestingly, these are in the Easter candy section, because when I think Easter, I think key lime.
I think they probably are, because they're more of a spring flavor for some reason. Like rain and spring go together. So I think that they're just kind of shoehorning it in with the Easter.
And key lime pie is more of a spring summer thing.
Oh, Danny, what do you think?
These are very creamy. I will admit, although I don't like citrus, I kind of like key lime pie. I'll say this. I liked the first one of these, and the more I eat them, the less I like them.
I'm going to say they were better.
But if you like lime, if you like citrus.
Yeah, if you like key lime pie,
it's like
you will really like these. But the citric flavor is just overbearing for me. I can't eat more than one.
They are limey, but they're not really tart, but they're limey.
No.
And
they taste like...
It's white chocolate. Come on, M&M. Yeah.
It's sugary limey.
Now, is it the white chocolate, or am I getting a hint of graham cracker flavor in there as well? Am I making that?
I think it's actually the you're tasting the M&M shell. I don't taste the graham cracker. It tastes very much like white chocolate with a bit of sweet lime.
Yeah, so people have been asking us to try those. So the flavor is on point. So if you think you'll like them, you will. If you don't think you'll like them, why would you buy them in the first place?
You know what? I always have like this love-hate relationship with key lime pie. And like, that's this. Like, I stop, like I eat some, I'm like, too much. And then I like have some more, I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And then I have it, I'm like, whoa, too much, slow down. I'm having that relationship with these. So
yeah, after one, I was like, slow down. So.
Well, you're going to want to slow down with what we move on to next, I'm sure.
Well, okay, we have garlic chips. We have 3 kinds of different garlic chips. Now, I like garlic flavor, but I'm not sure about some of these.
We have garlic crispy bread. We have this butter garlic scallops.
I'm very excited for buttery garlic scallop potato chips. Because if there's one thing I have started, like, getting the butter garlic potato chips was an interesting experience, because I went to my favorite grocery store that's a purveyor of food from Thailand, and the gentleman behind the counter was like, oh, hey, you're the chip guy. He was like, I was like, I am. And he told me that he really enjoyed these. But then he also told me he had a customer that did not, because they were too fishy. But he said, he was like, do you like seafood? Do you like seafood? And I was like, I'm not going to tell you no, right? I was like, yes, of course I do. He's like, because these are a little fishy. So if you don't like fishy, like, is that okay? And I was like, oh, that's great. But I was wearing my mask, so he couldn't see that my smile was not for my stomach, but was for my cold heart, because it meant I was going to get Brian face.
Yeah.
But then now here's the catch of it. The guy who really liked it,
The catch.
And the catch.
Today.
I see. Yeah, thank you. He admitted later in the conversation he had never eaten actual scallops. I was like, oh, they're pretty good. I like scallops. I was like, you should get them. Get the sea scallops, not the bay scallops. And he was like, what's the difference? And then we discussed seafood. So, ringing endorsement from a man who has never tasted actual scallops. But
he has tasted the chips, though, and that counts for something.
Yes, but he did enjoy the chips.
All right, which ones are we starting with?
I'm starting with these. I've been waiting. I've been staring at these, waiting with mystery, because I've never had a potato chip with an actual seashell that's part of the flavor.
Oh, the smell isn't starting off on a good foot here.
No, it's not a
I
good
really
smell.
like the color blue on the package. I want to make sure I say something nice before this happens.
It looks like a basic rippled chip.
Yeah, looks like a potato chip.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
That's fishy.
That is fishy.
That's really fishy.
That's
super fishy. Oh, but not as fishy as I thought. I've had worse.
I've had worse too.
I didn't taste the butter or the garlic.
Oh,
no, I just
my
tasted
second chip.
Brian, did you taste butter or garlic?
Oh, the aftertaste.
Brian, can you do the second one to see if you taste the butter on the second one?
I got butter and garlic a lot on my second bite. Like a lot of garlic on my second bite.
Fortunately, the better flavor is the aftertaste, but while eating it, I could only get fish. I'll try a second one just to see.
This is
That's a lot of garlic.
I don't think I will ever say I love these.
You know, if they took
as fish flavored potato chips go.
If they took the scallop flavor out, I would probably really like these.
It's a very strong garlic flavor.
But it's a garlic butter flavor, not just garlic. And I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
The fish just, oh.
And I hadn't eaten breakfast today. This is a heck of a breakfast.
As you know, as fish flavored potato chips go, that's one of the better ones we've had.
I don't even know if
It's what my dad would refer to as the best house in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah. Shall we go on to the garlic crispy bread from somewhere else?
Yeah, Little Farm.
Yeah,
I bought those, and I thought that these were going to be garlic bread flavored potato chips, but they are not.
They're like croutons.
They are
like huge.
They are garlic bread. They're little miniature pieces of garlic bread in chip form.
What it smells like, though. It smells weird.
Smells like garlic bread.
Yeah, it does.
Mine didn't.
Oh.
Mm.
I thought these were going to be super hard, but they're not.
I kind of like these.
These are delightful.
Dunk them in some marinara.
Well, that'd be good.
And they're a little sweet, too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm getting a little sweet flavor, which I don't know where that's coming from. If it's supposed to be butter.
It's like a sweet bread. It's like a sweet bread that they made garlic bread on.
I like these a lot more than I thought I would.
I like the sweetness. It helps temper the garlic. And I like garlic. I'm half French, so I'm not against garlic. It just, you don't always want garlic breath.
Mm-hmm. And you
there's a question in the chat if they're in the chat. Heather wants to know if they're like pita chips. Not really, because they're more like croutons that have been smoothed.
Yeah, even softer than a crouton.
Like and made. Yeah.
Crispy yet soft.
It has like the texture of
tiny.
It's like toast.
But tiny.
Yeah. It's a tiny piece of toast. Garlic toast on a sweetbread.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Okay, Garlic Farm.
Can you say the brand again, please? And maybe where people can find them if you remember.
I got them at a grocery store that imports foods from Thailand, but the brand is Little Farm. And it says Little Farm Garlic Crispy Bread. And if you go to our social media, we'll have pictures of the packaging. But yeah, quite good. They do show them with a dip on the package too. These would be nice for dipping if you're into such a thing.
Well, they show it with like, I guess that's a cheesy dip or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
It's a dip.
All right.
Yeah.
Old Dutch
We're a
Parmesan.
free country. Yeah.
And I will admit.
Now, I was originally thinking like, well, yeah.
No, I was just going to say that Dutch Crunch is what Old Dutch is calling their potato chips now, which I guess I've seen that, but it never registered.
It's their kettle chips. Their kettle chips are Dutch Crunch.
The regular chips are just Old Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, but Parmesan Garlic, I don't know if I've ever had these, but I think that they will be good. This is definitely the most garlic flavor that we've had so far.
I don't know, the back end garlic on the scallop ones was very strong, but I like these better. You get Parmesan.
You know what's interesting, Brian? Yeah.
What's that?
So before this episode, I was thinking about this. When I just saw the packaging, before I knew what anything looked like or tasted like, I was like, oh, there's 3 of these. So someone's probably going to come up with the idea that we should play FMK. And it's going to be totally obvious what we do.
We could do that.
I'm like, I was like, everyone's going to pick to marry the Old Dutch potato chips. And everybody's going to kill. Right? No, this was my thought beforehand, right? It was like, when I looked at this, I was like, you have Old Dutch garlic Parmesan chips. You have some Thailand garlic bread chip, and you have the buttery scallop. I'm like, we're all going to pick the same thing. And if Brian and Amy do the same thing, I'm going to marry the butter garlic ones because I will love them just for what they did to Brian. That was my game plan. Because I thought that's how this was going to go down, and I wanted it to be interesting. And
you know what?
I was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to say too, I already said I'm not going to marry those, and I'm a flawed man today because I shouldn't just jump into any sort of marriage. I haven't thought about it enough. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So go ahead.
But you don't know, right? But I'm just saying, like, it's immediately clear to me that it's not going to be obvious that we all do the same thing. Maybe we will come to that organically, but it's not an easy choice. And I thought it was going to be. I don't even know what I want to do now.
I think I know what I want to do. I think I've sat with it for enough time here to make a major life decision.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to kill the scallop garlic because that is a no-brainer right there. That was horrible. Nothing about that fish flavor deserves to be in my mouth ever again. So death. And that's kind of what it tasted like too. So there you have that. I actually am going to marry the Parmesan garlic chips because that is the most traditional flavor. It's good. It's solid. It's going to be there for me when I need it. And, it's going to fulfill my needs. And hopefully I can do the same for it. So we're going to marry. We're going to walk down the aisle with that marriage of Parmesan and garlic. I'm going to join in that marriage. I am going to frolic with the garlic bread chips because those were definitely the most exciting. And as we said, you could bring in a lot of extras in there and really make it an evening. So we're going to frolic. And this is going to be my chip with benefits here because we're going to keep frolicking.
Right.
I know, so I guess I can go.
Go for it, Amy.
I am also going to kill the garlic butter scallop chips. They have that very strong fish forward and a very garlic back, and the garlic back doesn't save the fish forward. So it's almost like a bitter garlic, even with the butter. So just say no. But I am going to frolic with the Parmesan garlic. It's a good basic chip. It tastes good, but it's a chip. It's not that unique. I like uniqueness, I guess. I'm going to marry the garlic toast. And for many of the reasons Brian's frolicking with it, you can dip, you can melt cheese on it. There's lots of add-ins and stuff you can do for years and years of enjoyment. So I'm marrying garlic.
And amazingly,
toast.
We're not all going to do the same thing.
Right, Amy, your marriage is going to be
a little bit.
Okay.
So Get a load of this, kids. I'm killing the garlic toast. It was a little bit too sweet. You know, like you ever meet someone who's just like a little too nice to you, and you're like, yeah,
Oh yeah, I
it
hate
doesn't
that.
seem like something. It's just like something just doesn't seem right. And you know what? I don't like that the sweetness in there. Like I don't want my garlic bread to be sweet,
I get that.
right? And so now I don't know if people watching the video caught what I did, but I tried something. I'm going to challenge you both to do this, and it's going to justify my choices. Okay. I'm marrying the Parmesan garlic because that is the old reliable. It was good. If I was going to eat any of these things on their own, right, I could eat this one for a very long time and be very happy. But now get this. I have Parmesan garlic chip. I have scallop chip. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to eat them both at the same time and try it.
And
it's really good. No, I did it before. I thought you two would also. Try it. It's super good. And
the fish.
And so I'm going to frolic with the scallop. Like I'm going to stay married to the Parmesan, but every now and then we're going to bring the scallop into it. The scallop on its own, I don't really want that, but together, it's a nice improvement. Now, Brian doesn't like seafood, so this is really me just scamming him into another one. But Amy, I think, might actually come around on this. We'll see.
Oh, as our friend, as our friend Frito-Lay Roulette said about you, Daniel, your last name is appropriate because you are sus.
I'm waiting for Amy's reaction. I think she's just confused.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It improves the scallop. It doesn't taste
exactly,
but
yeah, it's pretty good. It took something where you're like, oh, I would never want that, and you're like, yeah, all right. And that, that's a frolic. As long as my spouse is there, bringing in the scallop, it works. So that's my frolic.
I will say that the strong garlic butter flavor was accentuated more doing that. You still had the fish though, so that ruined it.
Right.
Well, we can move on to something we're all three probably going to really like.
Because I need to get that flavor out of my mouth. We're gonna go to the devil right now.
We got devil dogs and devil cream.
I'm very curious. Like the packaging on these was different, which kind of surprised me. Because Drake's and Little Debbie, right? They do have the same parent company.
Yeah, so Danny, you were saying that these might literally be the exact same item.
They look
but they're not. They're not the same. The devil dog is bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was just going to say that. Putting them side by side, it's noticeably bigger.
Yeah, I would have thought that since it's the same parent company, that they were just taking the same snack cake, throwing them in different wrappers, but maybe not.
So usually
which are we starting with?
Usually we do which one is the evil twin. Because they're both devil, are we doing which one is the good twin to really sock it to it?
We can. I'm down.
Let's start with the Little Debbie.
Little Debbie, which is the little cream.
Yeah.
It is the smaller one.
That's probably why they call it Little Debbie, because of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, before we eat them, I want to compare the cream amount.
They're actually shaped different too. The devil dogs kind of come in the middle. And the Little Debbie's just a tube. Well, not a tube, but.
And okay, just looking at this, it looks like the amount of cream in the Little Debbie, you get more per capita. So let's see. Let's try the Little Debbie. Devil cream. Solid classic snack cake, chocolate cream filling.
Yep. My first reaction was it's a snack cake.
Mm-hmm.
If you like snack cakes, you're gonna be like, this is one of those.
Eat the devil dog, guys.
Nothing wrong with it.
And Corey is saying in our chat he'd get the Susie Q's over those. I think I might agree. We'll see. But because these are the same parent company, we want to compare these side by side.
And these are both devilish. Is Susie a little devil?
I think she kind of is.
The cream seems different in the devil dog to me. It's lighter and there's more inside than it looked like.
Well, I think, Amy, that you get more cake in these. I think it's probably actually the same amount of cream, but there's more cake.
Well, this is the devil dog I'm holding up. Look at all that cream.
Oh, mine doesn't have,
When I compare mine, the devil dog is just bigger.
And now that I got to the middle of the devil creams, there's a decent amount of cream in there, but it was not spread out well in the Little Debbie. Like this end of it, you can't even see the cream.
I'll say this. They are different, but they're not different.
I mean, the flavor is the same. The taste is the same, but the nuances, we're getting into the nitty gritty here.
Yes.
The cake is denser on the Little Debbie, the double cream. So because of that, I think I would.
And I kind of wonder if that's just freshness.
It could be, but looking at it, it just feels like that's always going to be the case. Just looking at them side by side.
So which one is? Yeah. So which one are you saying is the good twin?
I would go with the devil dog. I would choose the devil dog over the devil cream. Sorry, Deb. You know I love you.
Yeah, I agree, Brian.
I agree too.
You know what? The Drake's cakes come on strong. You know, they've been showing well in these, and I would also agree. Devil dog over devil cream.
Now, speaking of Susie Q's, I mean, this would work for these as well. I mean, these are snack cakes. When you have this much cake and this much cream, you gotta freeze them. Freeze them, and it's
absolutely.
Cake and ice cream. Danny, you should try it to get the cake and ice cream experience.
What, you can combine those two?
Yes, you can.
You know, I got some feedback about that revelation. That people were surprised. I believe my father was actually confronted about this, about the fact that he never fed me cake and ice cream together as a child.
Is it true that Child Services retroactively contacted him to say, what kind of a father were you?
I think he talked the person down. I think he talked him down and was like, no, that's normal. You shouldn't cross those streams. Like, I was doing the right thing. But there was definitely like, wait, you never fed him turkey and Swiss, and you never fed him cake and ice cream? What kind of parent were you? And to which I would just say this: the kind of parent that also denied me sugar cereals. That's what kind of parent.
I was just going to say that. So,
yeah, but cake and ice cream was only on birthdays. It's not like a daily thing.
Huh?
Well, in my family.
What?
Except for the
cake. Brian's like, wait, what?
Except for the DQ cake confection things. That could be a daily thing.
Well, on that note.
Yeah, go to Dairy Queen, people. It's good. No.
Yeah, and if your Dairy Queen closes for the winter, they're probably opening back up.
Yes.
They haven't already.
Yes.
So, thank you, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
This has been fun. I learned a lot today.
We all learned something. We're scientists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, bye, everybody. My dad did say it was actually the police that were called. Wasn't protective services.
Oh, that's fun. Pops, we hope you didn't get beat up too much last week. Well, I mean, a little bit. Come on, cake and ice cream, but yeah, still.
I still.
Daddy needs to have a lot more turkey and Swiss followed by cake and ice cream.
You know what? We worked through it. We're good now. We have moved on.
Years up there.
And now, now what we do is we go to Amsterdam and we smooth it over stroopwafel, and everybody's happy.
Stroopwafel, good.
And thank you, Danette, and everyone for being here joining us this morning. The morning, we were not thinking when we decided to record now, the morning of daylight savings, like that was not a great idea, but we made it.
Amy's going back to bed now.
Close. Recliner with cat on lap.
There you go. Anything else you guys want to discuss, or should we say goodbye?
Yes, go out and eat some pie, folks.
Yes, it's Pie Day. Enjoy Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day. Have some key lime pie for us.
Or not.
M&Ms.
Pizza pie.
Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.